I want to catch you up on what happened with the pop-up. Adding these little highlights and details and these little sparkles. I just feel really encouraged, you know? The sales have been... Hello and welcome to another day in the studio. Today is a really lovely, kind of rainy to be honest, day. So I thought I would pick up the camera and take you along so that I can first of all catch you up on what has happened with my pop-up. So if you were here last week, I set up my pop-up, which is a mix of a stationery store and a neighborhood library. And then I also want to do a lot of work on my Etsy shop this week. I've kind of dedicated my Etsy shop to be for digital products for now as I was setting up my Shopify. But I actually thought of tons and tons of things that I want to do with Etsy. I have been kind of stepping away from it as the platform has been doing a lot of kind of questionable things, but now they have started to actually really go back to the handmade and hand illustrated and crafted products. So I thought, over the summer, I'm going to be taking 3 months to basically be kind of revamping and relaunching my Etsy shop. And I thought I would do a separate video that I actually film over those 3 months, where I basically tell you everything that I did and I share the results with you. So let me know down in the comments if that would be interesting. But I want to catch you up on what happened with the pop-up. So it's been 1 week now and 2 days. So it's been like 2 weekends since we launched it, and this is not like an area of tons and tons of foot traffic, but I did also post it in a Facebook group that is for like this local community, and we had like 200 people who liked that post, which is just mind-blowing because there's like 6,000 people in the group in total. So that many people were excited, and also like 20 plus people commented and were so excited about the idea. I think launching it now, like right before summer when people are going to be home for the holidays and they have time to like read books and be home with their kids and things, I think that was a really strategic result, so I'm glad about that. And even just that, like people being so excited, talking about how it's such a cute idea, how they're thrilled to be using it, like even just that. And then for the library portion, I had lots of people exchange books, which is really fun. A lot of the book exchanges are for kids' books, which I think makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of families in this area, but also some of the adult books too. And it's really fun to like see what people are choosing and like what they're trading for if they're picking up a book and trading it for another one. And I even had like lots of people stop me as I was like picking up my son or things like that. They recognized me from my post because I had a picture of me in there, and they've been stopping me like, oh, you're the person who did this is such a cute idea, like I'm so excited, we've already traded a book. And they tell me about everything that they've been like reading with their kids at night, and even for that, like it's so nice, and I'm really excited to have it up. The plan is for this to just be up at least for the summer, and hopefully if the cabinet is like withstanding everything, I could do it for winter too, because it would be so nice to do it for like Christmas products, like Christmas gifts, like stationery gifts, and of course Christmas cards. So now I want to tell you about everything we sold, and because I think that that's really interesting. Like obviously if you go to a market, lots of people are coming there specifically to buy. This is a lot more of a slow burn, like people are, you know, passing by occasionally, and some people are gonna stop and have a look. But since we launched, again, it was like 9 days ago, we've had 8 purchases, like 8 people who placed an order, and we've sold 10 items. And honestly, I think that that's really great. Like some of them were a little bit higher ticket, like I sold one of my coloring books, which is a higher ticket item, and the bookmarks, of course, have been super popular. So I'm almost sold out of one of the designs, so I actually need to restock that today, which is just so encouraging that like people are picking up different bits and bobs. And I think the weekends are going to be great for this because people are out. You know, you need a birthday card or something like that when you're going to an event, or you need a bookmark going along with a book from the library. So I actually think what I'm taking away from this is, you know, I need to make maybe a few more bookmarks, and because my printer is quite good, and I've also been laminating the ones anyway because they're out in the pop-up, I think I might actually make a couple designs that are really cute, because a lot of the ones I have now that are like for kids or things like that. So I might make some more reader-friendly summary ones and just pop them in there as well so people have a few more options. I just feel really encouraged, you know? So for the first stage of updating my Etsy, I want to really focus on phone wallpapers and turning my kind of more floral design style into a couple more of those. And then I can go in and add all my physical products, and that means I can then go and update all the banners and the messaging and things to save physical and digital products. So I hope that makes sense, but I thought it would take you along today as we illustrate a couple more products and talk a little bit more about Etsy. This is the first wallpaper, like phone wallpaper design that I decided to do, and I just wanted to make it super summery. I also decided to make one version that's the full color and one version that's the sketch one, because sometimes you want more of a minimal version for your home screen, for example, and a more colorful one for your lock screen. As soon as it stopped raining, I went to get our elderflowers because I love making cordial, and we have both this purple one and this white one, so it makes a really cute pink color. To make the cordial, all you have to do is cover the elderflowers with hot boiling water, and you also put lemon slices and you let it steep for, I think, 4 days is ideal. Because I noticed that the bookmarks were one of the most popular items, and also, I mean, it makes sense because people are picking up a book. I thought that right now I would actually do a couple more bookmark designs, and I want them to be very like forest garden inspired. I had an idea yesterday to do one kind of about blueberries, and I started sketching it a little bit as my son was watching his TV shows in the evening. So I'll show you the sketch and then we can actually paint it together. So as you can see, here's my sketch. So my vision for this bookmark is to be a little bit different from my other ones, where my other ones are kind of nothing is overlapping. I want this one to feel a little bit more wild, like you're in the bushes getting the blueberries. So this is my sketch. This is a different style for me, so I'm just gonna get started and we'll see how we get on. Okay, I am so chuffed with this design. This is such a different style to what I normally make, but I'm really glad that I was able to push through, because I felt this idea being a cute one, but I kept not quite getting the results that I wanted. But as I just kept layering, adding these little highlights and details and these little sparkles, and especially also adding like these darker details, I think that it's gotten to where I want it to be. So this is so exciting. Nice to have something completely different in my shop. So I also want to show you some other bookmarks that I've been working on. And we can finish them off. So this is another design that I've been working on to really go in the opposite direction and have something a little bit simpler. But I'm really feeling like this middle area is unresolved, and I was trying yesterday to come up with different variations and different ideas. And then I thought, actually, this would be kind of cute if there was a bow here. So I thought, let's make that, let's sketch that out. I did make a little sketch, so let's actually make that and draw it out. And this is how it came out. I am a little bit obsessed with this kind of lime green and the pink and the reds. I just think it turned out so cute. I love that I just have some options for some more complex and some more simple. I'm going to be rounding these corners. I was contemplating like adding something, but I think I need to just like have my editing glasses on and not add more. Let me know down in the comments which kind of designs are your favorite for bookmarks. I'll definitely bring these to Etsy as well. As I mentioned, I decided to laminate my bookmarks that I keep in my pop-up. This is not something that I've done for markets or other events before, but I just find that it makes them a lot more sturdy and also keeps them protected when it does rain. Even though the cabinet doesn't get wet, I'm just a little bit more cautious with it being outside. I use these lamination pockets where you just put the page inside, and I've made sure to always laminate the whole page and then cut the bookmarks afterwards, because I want the page to be super sturdy when I'm putting it in the lamination machine. This prevents any bubbles or any unevenness to happen as it's going through the lamination machine. Another tip is to make sure you're really smoothing out that page before you're putting it in the lamination machine, because I've had one time when I've put it together but didn't do that smoothing motion, and I didn't have it stick to the top. It's only happened once, but it can always be a good tip to try. And here is how the bookmarks turned out. I think they are so cute, and I made sure to leave a lot of space on the top of this pink one with the strawberries because I'm putting a tassel there. So before we wrap up, I just wanted to show you, because if you followed me for a while, you know that I've been wanting to make these like little coloring cards for kids to put in the cabinet, and I finally did it with all the craziness of summer holidays and everything. And I just want to show you what they turned out like. So they come packed like this, so it's 8 different motifs. So I purposefully tried to make them like very easy and simple, but like still my style and adorable, so that like any kid would find it cute, and like you have a little bit of complexity to it, but it's still like super simple and super cute. So you got all these 8 motifs here, and I think they're just absolutely adorable. So I'm gonna pop these out. I'm gonna take some pictures and add them into the cabinet, and then we'll see how it goes. I've made 5 now, so I'll let you know how we get on in the next vlog. I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. It was so much fun to get a lot of time to actually like draw and come up with new products today, because I feel like I've just been doing a lot of marketing and admin recently. So thank you for coming along, and I'll make sure to keep you updated on how like this whole Etsy transformation is going, and I'll put everything together in one video. I've also been thinking about doing more like how-to videos. Like I'm gonna make one that I'm gonna film today about how I make my greeting cards, both in-house and how I actually print it with an external printer. So I would love to hear if there are any topics that you're interested in that you would like me to make a video, so make sure to leave a comment. I'll also keep you updated on how everything is going with the mini shop and the library, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for coming along this week.